Hello. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Friday for me. Um yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. It's Friday for yours truly. Um I woke up at 3 in the morning today to go to work. So I'm kind of tired. I have a cup of coffee here. Looking pretty good. I have a skeb that also came in, and I'm really happy. This artist, I was looking at this artist for quite a while, and I was like, I don't know, do I want to ask them to do something? It seems kind of out of character, but they did it. They did my character. I like how they draw eyes. I really like the hollow expression in the eyes. Um, and it I like it. I really like it. Un Unfortunately, I mean, I know this is kind of weird. They sent me the Photoshop file, the PSD, the dot PSD. They sent me that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They sent me the Photoshop file. I can usually there's a little toggle to turn off the text where they wrote down things, thank you, or something like that. And well, I open up the Photoshop file and it's one layer, and I'm like, ah, this is it's baked in. Um, which is cool. That's fine. It's still great art. Happy to have it. But it's nice. It's nice. I like the hair. I like the eyes. I didn't think they'd give me a revolver. I don't know why they gave me a revolver. I didn't ask for one at all. Was it in the references? Maybe there's like another scab that they saw and they were like, "Oh, well that one has a revolver. I'll just do that." And then you know, which I think is kind of funny. I think it's really funny when you just like give an artist a prompt and then they just kind of like find an element that you think is completely pointless, but they like really focus on it. Hello, snacks. Hey. I was just talking about the revolver in this skeb I just got today, and I think it's kind of funny. Like from the original art of Arctic, which is um me, that the one that you see on screen. Oddly enough, that's the first Arctic there ever was. Um, I didn't think that the eyes were particularly like dead or 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 scary, or like circle, like the swirly eyes. But a lot of skep artists have kind of like picked up. They're like, oh yeah, well this other work has swirly eyes, so I'm gonna go on the swirly eye train. I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. I think it's interesting. Nothing wrong with revolvers. No, no, nothing wrong with them. But I think it's interesting that I didn't I didn't ask for one, but in another one there just happened to be one, and it just kind of like became a common line through different art pieces by different people. I think that's neat. That's I don't know. I don't do art. I'm not an artist, but I think that's neat. Um Anyways, today I'm going to play Fallout 3, and before I started, I thought of this because this was on the gloomy Discord. Someone posted this up. I don't remember who. And the classic grid. I've done a grid of like albums that I enjoy. I've done a grid of what do I have another one lying around? I could have sworn I did one for movies. I think I've done a movies one. I think I've done a book one as well. But I've never done a video game one. And usually these are like really free form. Like like you just a list. Here's albums or here's games. But this one actually had like categories, and I even have this piece of paper here. I don't know if you could hear this piece of paper. But because I was checking it on my phone at work, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that seems interesting. And I feel like I put way too much thought into this than was really expected. I feel like people don't really put a lot of thought into these kind of things. They just but I took it seriously, so I started like writing down like different games. So I was like, well, biggest personal impact, I'll put like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. And then I was like, well, whoa, 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 is that really that impactful to me? Is not so I'm like, maybe I'm overthinking this. And there's some categories on here that I think I'm not happy with. Like I feel like I could do a lot better in that category personally. And I actually had to sit down at my computer and like look at the list of games that I own to like remember some of these. Delicious 5x5, thank you. Um like the ones I'm not happy with. Favorite game, I'm not happy with favorite game. Muramasa Rebirth, I think is a wonderful game. It's a game that I could play forever, but it's like, is it really my favorite? I wouldn't say so. That's a I don't know. That's a bold claim, right? Saying that's my favorite game. Um, best story. I'm gonna take a leap of faith here, and I'm gonna say that like story in games, uh, they're usually not very good. Um, like games get a lot of their story impact from the interactive part. So like certain games where it's like, oh, you have to play a certain way. Oh, it makes sense. From like a almost like a meta level. But it's kind of hard to find a game that I just think the story is good. I think all game stories are kind of mediocre. Art style, I almost picked like Dead Space here. I wrote down Dead Space question mark here because Dead Space I think has a really good like art direction, and I think like even when you play the old game, the 2008 game, it aged it aged really well. I think the art direction aged really well. It looks really nice. Like you look at the Ishimura, it looks like a rib cage. The environment is very hostile, very sharp. So I was like, oh, that's art style, and I was like, well, I kind of want to pick something a little more off the wall, so I picked Koru Observer. Biggest personal impact, I kind of went with the game that I played the most. Like of any game ever, it's probably Destiny. I played that during high school with my group of friends. Staying up until two in the morning when reset happened, and then doing a quick raid, and then going to bed and going to school the next day. Like that was Destiny for me. Best combat. That's a tough one. I don't think Dark Souls combat is good. Like particularly, I don't think it's very good. I didn't want to put like a fighting game or something like really technical. Definitely like not Tarkov or any kind of shooter. It didn't feel right. It's got to be Sekiro. I could see Sekiro. Yeah, yeah. Sekiro. Well, Sekiro has like a rhythm. You have to like get into it, right? And I almost put down Fear 3, and that feels insane to me. But when you play Fear 3 and you have the co-op combat, and you're like, okay, the ghost Fettel, he can possess troops and be super aggro. He can possess troops and be like suicidal. Or he can be support and he can like make the other player invulnerable. And I was like, oh, that really is the best combat. And I was like, that's too niche. So I went with Beyond Citadel because it hits the perfect line between like, I want my guns to have magazines and matter. I want my reloads to be interactive, like Gears of War active reload system, but not annoying. And then also not letting that get in the way of the game, like Tarkov, like where you have to like load ammo into the mags, which is a nice touch. It's a nice touch, I will admit, but it gets in the way of the game sometimes. A lot of the times, really. Um, Overhated. I feel really weird about these next two categories, overhated and underrated. I feel like they're kind of they're very similar types of categories. Um, I tried to think of games that I enjoy that people generally dislike, and I was gonna put like Kane and Lynch 2. Overhated is Dark Souls 2. Yeah, Dark Souls 2, like a misunderstood game. a troubled game. I was thinking Kane and Lynch 2, where it's like, yes, this game is miserable, but that's kind of that's what they were going for. That's kind of the point. I was like, okay, well, is it? Maybe I'll put that in there. And I felt that was a little too artsy, um, a little too art house of a pick. So I went with Doom 3, which is my favorite Doom, because I feel like generally Doom fans kind of look down on Doom 3. Doom 2016 has muddied the waters of Doom. Your favorite Doom? Yes, it's my favorite Doom. Because Doom 3, like, here's the thing. It's perfect that I'm going to play Fallout 3 today, actually, because it's relevant too. Fallout 1 and 2 they have a great style. They have a great art direction. They have iconic weapons, okay? But they're two-dimensional games. How do you translate that into a three-dimensional game? There's a lot of liberties to take there. There are big decisions to make when taking something like two-dimensional and making it three-dimensional. And same thing with Doom, right? Doom 1 and 2, very distinct art style, but very early on, so a lot of it was like open to interpretation. And I know there's like Doom 64, some of the later ones got a little bit more detailed, but it wasn't until like Doom 3 that they just immersed into the 3D world. And some of the redesigns are amazing. Like the Hell Knight. The Hell Knight from Doom 3, which is on the cover of the game. You can see it right there on the screen. The Hell Knight is such a strong design. Looks nothing like the original games, but it's such a strong design that even in the remakes where they pretend Doom 3 didn't happen and they ignore the horror game aspect of it, it's still in the game. It's such a good design. They can't walk away from it. So I think Doom 3 really, really overhated. And also people hated the flashlight mechanic in original Doom 3 because you had to switch to your flashlight and then switch to your gun. It made you vulnerable, and everyone was like, that's not realistic. Okay, demons are invading Mars. Realistic is not the priority, right? Them making the flashlight a separate equipable weapon is an intentional design choice, and people are too fucking stupid to understand it. Overhated. Now underrated. Okay, underrated. There could have been a lot of games here. There could have been a lot of games here, and I feel like I'm not happy with putting Downpour here on the list. I think Silent Hill Downpour is underrated. I think it's rather charming. But this could be a lot of games. This could be a lot of B games. This could be a lot of B series. You know, like this could be a Killzone. Killzone could be underrated. Could be like a forgotten JRPG. This could be like Tales of Vesperia. You know, could be anything that's not mainstream. Overrated. Now I'm a hater. I'm a professional hater. I think it's really important to be critical, and I think Suda, right? I think Kojima. I think the guy who makes Nier, the guy who wears that stupid head thing. I think like the single art director who does super weird games, usually Japanese, and Japanese really helps it because like oh, it's foreign. Oh, you don't like it? Oh, you just don't get it. Oh, I'm sorry, you're just not cultured enough to get it. I hate how much of a pedestal people put these games on, even though the games are like awful games. I think they're awful games. I hate them. Needs a remake. This could have been a lot of stuff, and I feel like this is like a trap category. Needs a remake could be like a PlayStation 1 game that never reached its full potential. You know, it could be like the Ghost in the Shell game. Like, oh, of course. Of course I'd like to see that remade, you know, into a real game. You know, who wouldn't, right? But I specifically tried to pick a series that is kind of like it would work in a modern setting. It wouldn't have to be like redeveloped from scratch. And I think SOCOM fits that. SOCOM was a very popular series, PS2 era, early PS3 era. SOCOM 4, 3D game. I believe it also had motion control, PlayStation Move support. It was the type of game they wanted to bundle with the system and sell it. It unfortunately it just didn't meet expectations. Call of Duty took it over, and never really got more SOCOMs. So I would like to see a remake. I would like to see a remake of SOCOM. It would be productive. Especially in this post brown game world that we live in. Criminally Overlooked. Alone in the Dark. I'll just You should know how I feel about that game. Mechanically ambitious. It's the type of game that I feel like I was gonna put The Darkness here, but The Darkness did get a sequel. Alone in the Dark has just so much mechanical ambition that I'm just like I cannot believe people don't make video essays about this game. That's how silly it is. Um, these next two categories I feel like are they're like too easy. Favorite protagonist. It's usually gonna be like some kind of RPG character. It's gonna be um I don't know. You could go like basic bitch and pick like Mario. Or you could be like, my favorite protagonist is like, the protagonist in Disco Elysium, and you're like, well, no shit. There's so much dialogue in that game. How do you not like the protagonist? You know, the Jump King from Jump King. See, but that is that like even a protagonist? Like, is there any characterization behind him? I suppose there is. He's kind of insane. And then in a similar line, favorite antagonist. Oh, for protagonist, I almost put in Adam Jensen from Human Revolution. But I decided not to. I went with Brian from Yuppie Psycho because I think he's pretty cute. Um, but favorite antagonist, I feel like this one's also a trap. I feel like this is like a trap where you could put in like fucking Ocelot from Metal Gear or some like meme character. Um, Andrew Ryan from BioShock is like, oh, everyone know. Would you kindly? Fucking of course, right? You hear him yap the whole game. Of course, he's a memorable antagonist. He doesn't shut up. Um, I went with Condemned, and it's not like it's a single antagonist the whole game, but it's definitely like the twisted man who's doing these cult rituals. He's, I guess, the kind of antagonist, and I think he has great design. I like the evil cult vibe to him. I like the moral and psychological degeneration. I think that's great. So I'm like, okay, we'll go with that. Best soundtrack. This is tough, okay, because soundtracks in games are kind of my guilty pleasure. I know they're bad. I know they kind of like falter without the game to support them. And I think the easy answer is like picking some JRPG, upbeat, fucking bullshit song, whatever, right? And part of me wanted to go Kane and Lynch 2, because the soundtrack of Kane and Lynch 2 was made by a German composer, and she's an electronic artist, Morse. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she did a lot of work into making that soundtrack spooky and eerie, and I was like, okay, maybe that one. Condemned also has a great soundtrack, although Condemned, it's not songs, it's not like tracks proper. It's like Condemned has like 10 to 15-second ambient tracks, and it'll play certain tracks in certain loops with other ones in sequences to like dynamically make. And I was like, okay, that's impressive. That's impressive too. You know, and then there's like iconic music, like Minecraft music. That's just iconic. You know, everyone recognizes that, or fucking Call of Duty Hans Zimmer. And I don't know. I don't know. And I almost wanted to do like a fucking Fallout soundtrack, not the in-game soundtrack, not the music that they licensed, but like the original music they made for the game, the ambient tracks. I hope that's the right word for it. But I ended up settling with Signalis. I think in terms of like having a strong identity, I think the Signalis soundtrack is definitely up there. Best multiplayer. It's kind of weird. Best multiplayer, I just kind of go with the one that I play the most. Nick, hello? Hold on. Oh, you're in ads. Okay, I'll just glaze Battlefield 4. Battlefield 3, great multiplayer, but flawed, deeply flawed. Battlefield 4 tried to take that and clean it up. So it's like, okay, Battlefield 4 is the balanced one. Does it still have problems? Yes. Is it perfect? No. But it's the game that I'm still playing after 12 years. So that's got to count for something. Mick, happy birthday. Actually it's Monday. It's Monday. Did you get deployed? Are you going to Iran? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Now this category, this not usually my thing, but this is kind of a hard category for me. Because part of me wanted to put something really out there on this category, and I was like I don't know. Do I pick like a visual novel? I feel like a visual novel would be a really good fit for this. But honestly, I wanted to put a game that really stuck with me, even though I don't play many of them, and that one, Dark Cut 3. It's a flash game on Newgrounds, and it's about performing surgery. Kind of on yourself. You hook up basically to the Matrix, and you go through the history of your ancestors, and you perform surgery on yourself to ensure that your ancestors don't die, so you still exist. And then it has a twist at the end. You played that game? Yeah, yeah. Dark Cut 3 is cool. You're not deployed? Did they piss test you? Did they tell you to pee in a jar? That's usually what happens after a 72, isn't it? But yeah, I think Dark Cut 3 takes my outside of the genres that I'm comfortable with kind of game. Turn my brain off. I think it's Dark Souls at this point. I'm too good at Dark Souls to I know I'm tooting my own horn though when I say this. I feel like I'm too good at Dark Souls to like enjoy it in a straightforward manner, if that makes sense. That's kind of a weird thing to say. So I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna find a weapon and upgrade it to maximum and just, cream every boss I run across. And I feel like that's kind of Dark Souls for me at this point. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's Dark Souls. Turn my brain off. Best with friends. Now, best with friends is almost best multiplayer, right? They're similar vibe. And I didn't want to do like a party game. I didn't want to do something like lazy, like oh, BattleBit with VoIP or Tarkov. When Tarkov is a lot funner when you play with another person. Best with friends. I think it's Lost Planet 2. I think it's the silliness of it makes it really good to play with friends. I really enjoy it. This next category, best retro game. Not till June. Ah, I see. Um, best retro game. I don't know how to pick this category. I put Ace Combat 4 because it's a retro game that I've recently enjoyed. Um, I think this is a really loaded question. Best retro game. I mean, it really depends on what you enjoy. And then the game category after this, nostalgic childhood game. Well, that's something that I can really easily pick from a short list. Best retro game. I really don't know how to pick. I don't know. Best to who? Best to me? I don't know. So I put Ace Combat 4. I'm not happy with that answer. Nostalgic childhood game. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about a deep cut. Okay, this is the deepest cut I've ever said. Okay, if anyone ever asks, you know, hey, what is the first video game Arctic ever played? Don't let anyone tell you differently. Okay, it is Little Howie's Great Word Adventure. Okay, Little Howie. Howie Mandel. Do you remember Howie Mandel? Is he still relevant? Is he still alive? He made a series of educational games sometime in the late 90s, and my parents got me Little Howie's Great Word Adventure. And I still remember the tune for the intro of the game. And it was, you know what? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. You guys are gonna sit through this. And it's the first game I ever played. It taught me how to type. It taught me how to type, you know, like the Mavis Beacon typing. It was like kind of like that vibe. Let me see. Is it on YouTube or is it lost content? Okay. All right, I found it. Thankfully. Thankfully, I found it. Let's see here. Let's do a capture. Window? Window, sure. Okay, I'm just gonna play this. If the audio's loud, oh, sorry.
It's this night, it's that way. Around this session, through this time, I know where I'm going. To Little Howie's house. I think it's fastest trees there. That looks a bit like Frankenstein.
I know where it is, so don't complain.
Just paddle through a goopy swamp and don't step on that little mole.
You guys are driving me insane.
That's the owl, now the bear, the one that's in his underwear. Have a drink, make a wish. Oops, your pants are full of fish. Don't need signs, lose the map. Look at that booby trap, and don't step on that.
It's this way, it's that way. So do the Mountain Dew. We trudge, we're going to the funhouse. We're here, where you go?
I knew where it was.
Oh, well, I did
I
too.
knew where it was
You
anyway.
always think you know everything.
Wow. That's how I learned English, by the way. That's how I learned how to type. That's how I learned English. It was that game. But I think that game is a little bit too much of a deep cut. I don't think it fits the nostalgic childhood game. So I'll put on the second game I ever played when I was a kid, which was SimCity 3000. That's the game my dad let me play. And then the game everyone should play. I almost put Superliminal here, because I think Superliminal is an amazing game. That is like the perfect type of video game. You know, it's like so adventurous, and it's like the type of experience you can only ever have in a video game. But I went with N++. I think N is a little bit more straightforward. I think N is a little bit more pure. I think it's like a very pure video game. It's like you could just give it to someone and they could play it just like that instantly, right? Anyone can play it. Like a grandpa who's never held a controller, he can play it. I think N is the perfect game. I think so. I'm gonna give the link here, and I just kind of want to. I just want to put it. If you want to do one, think about it. Whatever, cool. Let's see here. That is not what I pressed. Okay. There you go. All right. So enough screwing around. Let's get to Fallout 3. So let's go over here. I'm starting on the black screen because I want you to see the console turning on. And now because I have the HDMI cable connected, this screen comes up. Do you want to use the HDMI cable? No, thank you. Fallout 3 is the only Fallout you didn't play. Are you missing out? Yes. Yes, I think you are. I think like if you play, I mean, have you played Fallout Tactics: Brotherhood of Steel? I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think Fallout 3 is important because, like I said, it took the art style from the 2D Fallouts to 3D. So important, in fact, that I have the art book. I bought the art book for Fallout 3 because I think it's very interesting. So like just from that perspective, it's worth it. You know how you can play Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout New Vegas is kind of shitty. Like, don't get me wrong, the voice acting carries the game, the characters carry the game, right? Your interactions with the NCR, right? That's the meat and potatoes of New Vegas. And, some of the DLCs have a distinctive art style and architecture and world that match really together. Like the villa of Dead Money, the Old World Blues area, the the Divide in Lonesome Road. Very distinct areas with a clear art style, art direction that is really powerful. But New Vegas just doesn't have that. Base game New Vegas is just like copy-pasted bullshit. Fallout 3 has worse characters. It has worse voice acting. But the world is a character. Like, every little... I'm saying, every single little place you can visit has some kind of story. Whether it's like a little shack with a skeleton holding a gun and, like a child skeleton nearby. There's just little stories in the world, and the world feels so alive in Fallout 3. I think it's worth playing. Just on that. And the DLCs are pretty good. Now, as a role-playing game, as a game where you fill a character's pants and you pretend you're someone, Fallout 3 kind of falters. It's not so good there, right? Because they didn't really get the RPG part of it right, but the world. But the world is amazing. Why is the smoke glitching out? Last time we left off, we blew up Megaton. Hello, Jericho.
Thanks again for your part in paving the way towards progress.
So now we have a player house.
Very nice to make your acquaintance. I'm your...
Okay. And then Tenpenny Tower, of course, does have... it has a few quests here. It also has... 2 merchants, I think. So it's, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. What time is it? I think it's 2... Ah, it's 1 in the morning. That's why. So the characters in Tenpenny Tower, they usually have like weird routines.
Hello, dear.
Well, I guess I better get some food.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, and they actually go and have breakfast in the morning, which is really funny.
Ah, hello.
Hey there.
What have we here? You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. But I can respect a woman who doesn't put up with crap. Think you're tough enough to take... Now you're talking. I've met a couple... Chief Gustav... Hey there. Hey.
See you later.
Oh, there she is.
Who ever been...
Lydia.
Lydia Montenegro. I can't talk now.
Is the audio kind of crunchy? Yes. Yes, the audio is kind of crunchy, and we are also playing analog, so there
Welcome to
may be
the
some
Chic
distortion.
Plus Chic. I'm Lydia Montenegro, proprietor. Here you'll find only
And
best
also this
with
area
a
has
price
like a
tag
weird
you can
background
boast
music,
about to
and
your
it's definitely
friends.
definitely a little
Your taste in shopping venue isn't...
jank.
My boutique has many unique items.
You know, we'll be out of here soon, though. Okay, and we'll buy energy cells. Just because we're going energy weapons, so we might as well.
It's been a pleasure doing business. Pleasant day to you, dear.
There you go. Okay. Now that we've lightened up our inventory, let's go to Paradise Falls. I want to go there. Feel like it wouldn't really be a evil playthrough if we didn't get our mind control gun and turn people into slaves.
This better be important. I guess we could do a little trading.
Oh right, this guy's a trader as well.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Okay, so Paradise Falls is here. About. Okay. So we can visit Arifu, we can get close to Minefield. We'll start from Springvale. I noticed in the last time I played this, the laser pistol was a little bit loud. And I'd like to apologize if it came out a little bit loud in the mix. I'll try to keep an eye on it. Oh, right. I was like, why is it so hazy? And that's because I blew this place to fucking Kingdom Come. Let's go to the ruins.
Hey, is that you?
Hello, Moira.
Oh, my head's still ringing from that explosion. What happened?
You're lucky to be alive.
Wow. Who would have thought a town built around a bomb could be so dangerous? Good thing I wasn't in town at the time, huh? Man, that could have really done a number on me. A ghoul? What? Me? What do you... Huh? Why am I a ghoul? Is this because of that explosion? Actually, this isn't too bad. I always was curious to do some tests involving ghouls. Know anywhere where a ghoul like me can settle down? You know, this is just the perfect excuse to visit Rivet City. But while I'm heading downtown, I've been meaning to check out the museum. Who knows what I'll find? Anyway, see you downtown, one way or the other.
Cool. Cool, yeah, so she turns into a
Welcome,
mutant.
Sir
Or a
Orban, to Crazy
ghoul.
Wolfgang's trap.
Do I want the rocket launcher? Nah, too expensive. Can you repair? You can repair the flamer. Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, so everyone in Megaton is dead. If you did not pick up the strength bobblehead, it would now be inaccessible. Obviously, because you blew it up. And same thing with Jericho. If you did not recruit Jericho, he's dead. I don't know what happens if you recruit Jericho and then make him quit your service. Because he can't exactly go back to Megaton, so kind of interesting. Oh, and I think this is a little side note, little personal side note here. I was thinking about doing a reading stream. I think I mentioned this before. And one of the books I was thinking of reading was Ring by Koji Suzuki. And, you know, I started reading it on my own, rereading it, I should say.
Kick ass! I'm gonna fuck your shit up, kid!
Whoa, Jericho, you just... Damn. And I started rereading it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe this isn't... Maybe this isn't the greatest book for reading on stream. Although I am quite enjoying it. Owner, can we talk to Jericho?
What are we standing around here for when there's plenty of action around?
I guess not.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I wonder what we could say about like, hey man, we just We just blew up your house. I would be a little upset over that. Personally. Yeah, but I gotta say, thank goodness my week is over. I feel like I'm gonna have like a busy weekend. Because I want to change the oil in my car tomorrow. But it shouldn't be too bad. Probably get it done. Probably get it done at the same time that I do my laundry. Okay, so I guess we're closer to Big Town than I thought we'd be. And I could have sworn there's an Easter egg here. And I don't know if I've mentioned this Easter egg before. And I don't know if I can find it. Is it this? RPB 25. Okay, so one of these poles. One of these stupid poles here has like a little thing on it. This one? No. And it says like TES something, and it's like a reference to Skyrim. It's like the Elder Scrolls 5. And you're like, "Oh, oh, Skyrim." I forgot which one it is. But the reason why that pole is important is because that pole marks the exact center of the map of Fallout 3. You know, very useless information, but also very, very charming, very interesting. Okay, we found our first minigun. That's just a regular mutant.
Goddamn collar on this arm is too tight.
Oh, it's a Mirelurk. Nice.
Are you fucking kidding?
Okay, now we're near Hamilton's Hideaway? Yes, yes. There you go. If you complete the quest Galaxy News Radio, but you already know where your dad is, Three Dog instead gives you a key to Hamilton's Hideaway.
Two hits, kid. Two.
I feel like we're coming across quite a bit of wildlife. But I think that's just normal. Normal to find just a bunch of rats, bunch of dogs.
Two hits, kid. Two hits. Back.
And that's why Jericho's pretty nice. So I'm not sure if I remember the requirements to enter Paradise Falls, but I'm pretty sure the requirement is be evil, if I remember correctly. So we should have that pretty well covered. Nice, and we found the entrance. Of course, the traders do stop here. Hello.
Ah, welcome, weary traveler. You look like a traveler in need of relaxation and the finest of chemical assistance. Well, wander no more, my good friend, for I am Doc Hoff, procurer of the finest of medical goods and chemical assistance. Now, how may I help you?
Oh, I love drugs. Can you sell me
Tell
drugs?
Me what you need, and maybe I've got your fix.
And he does sell one schematic for the Nuka grenade. Sure, we'll purchase it.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Evening.
Do we want to save? Let's save.
Hold it right there. Nobody's allowed into Paradise Falls except on slaver business. And I get to decide what qualifies as slaver business.
So can I go in?
Well, no. I don't think so.
And then Karma. Don't you know who I am?
There's no need to flex. I was just playing with you. We know who you are. You can come in. Friendly warning. Don't act like a jackass. You won't get a second chance. Oh, and if you want, I have a mutually beneficial offer for you to think about.
Oh, yeah. What do you got?
I got this mesmetron thing. It's some kind of stun gun. I'd like you to test it out for me. Should make getting slaves easier. You take this measure, shoot it at some poor schmuck. While he's in La La Land, you slip one of these collars over his head. Be careful with that collar. It'll explode if you tinker with it. Tell the slave to boot it over here pronto or his head'll pop. Here's a list of special targets Eulogy wants enslaved. But feel free to put a collar on anyone you can. I'll pay you for each slave that arrives.
Tell me more.
Great. You wasted everything I gave you already? 10 more batteries.
Okay, we'll just buy some extra ammo for it. So, of course, here, Mesmetron. It does 1 damage. And it's perfect. Oh, the bots. Bots are out there again. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's some skulls here that drop your frame rate when you enter. Pretty cool.
We should grab a drink sometime.
Oh, someone's flirting with me. So this trader sucks. But he has a quest where you can give him
buy something?
20
Guns, and
assault
more
rifles,
guns. What do you
and
need?
he'll get a better inventory.
Well, the guys usually bring in what they grab on missions. I mean, you always got to kill a few people when you're gathering meat. You know, they've got some guards. The dad thinks he's a hero and pulls a gun, whatever. So they bring that crap in here and trade it. But mostly the only stuff I get is from these guys. And they keep the good stuff for themselves. Hey, man, rude. You don't like it? Shop somewhere else. But yeah, those greedy assholes, I don't know how I'm supposed to pull down a living over here when they don't trade fair. I'd have to have some decent supplies to trade for them. If I have more things that these douchebags want, they'll bring me better stuff to trade. But you know, I'm a one-man operation here. Not like I get out a lot. Pretty much, my business is at the mercy of assholes. Fucking free market, man. Yeah, I know. I could really get this little shithole going if I had some better stuff. First things first, bring me some Chinese assault rifles. People always need them for parts. 20 should get me going. I'll trade them off and I should be able to improve my stock pretty fast. All right, 20 Chinese assault rifles and we're in business. Just bring any you find back to me. Any piece of shit will do. I'm just going to be breaking them apart and trading the parts. You know where to find me.
Okay, cool. So, his quest is get him 20 Chinese assault rifles. And, they're kind of a high-level weapon.
Oh, sorry. I'll
They're-
get out of your way.
They're a little bit of a high-level weapon, but, since you could just give him anything, even broken, I believe, you could just give him whatever. And eventually he'll get a better inventory once you finish that quest.
A badass like you. You deserve a cut of everything around here. Take it. It's yours.
Hey, right on, thanks.
Any
Gave me a free soda. Speaking of soda, are we gonna get lucky? No. Ah.
This is the last time I tell.
Now we're in Eulogy's pad. And in here is another bobblehead. for speech. And another holotape. I think this is for the replicated man. Now if we go in here, here's some of the quantums. Notice, even though we stole those, we did not lose karma. I think that just goes for some very unique items here in the
Mr.
game.
Eulogy. She's looking at me again.
And that's one of our followers, Clover. You do need to buy her.
Holy shit, it's you!
Yeah, I'm famous. I'm the VTuber. I'm a VTuber known as Arctic.
Welcome, buddy.
Okay, now if we talk to the doctor here, we should have another replicated man trigger. There you are. Cutter.
You're a mess. I hope you brought a lot of money with you.
You ever do a face job?
That reminds me of this old hoax. Here, listen to this. It's clearly a joke. No one's got the tech to do that without risking infection. Bye.
Okay. So now with that, we should have the trigger for the lady to walk up to us. I think. Ooh, the contract killer perk, right? We can rip people's ears off. Okay, so actually, I forgot that one of the targets for the Mesmetron was Arkansas. Arkansas is the sniper in Minefield. He's gonna be a huge pain in the ass. We cannot bring our follower with us. Number one, he's gonna blow himself up. Number two, he might just kill him. So, I do have a stealth boy. I'm gonna try to stealth him. See now, in Fallout 3, there are random events. And there's a few random events that can give you the special fire version of the alien blaster called Fire Lance. And the only way you know it's happening... Ooh, he shot his grenade out of his hand. The only way you know it's happening is you hear an explosion. Now you can also look up in the sky and see the alien crash landing, but really it's an audio cue. And every now and then I feel like I hear it. I'm like, was that it? So me just being paranoid. But it's also the sound of the Enclave Eyebot exploding. But I think the alien craft landing has a sound that is a little bit like a whistle, like a and then it explodes. Kaboom. Kind of interesting that the super mutants are worth 10 experience and the dogs are worth 5. I think mole rats are worth 5 as well. I don't know. I feel like a mutant should be worth more. Alright, those 3 smokestacks are the MLPD-13 power station, which is directly north of Minefield. Which is perfect. That's where we want to leave Jericho. Now, in there is the unique power fist. I think it's called Fisto. I think Fisto is in there, so we might go get Fisto. Level up. So what do we want? We could do... I mean, this one is pretty good. More damage against insects. Educated is good. Comprehension, also good. Small guns and repair. We're not really using small guns in this run. Daddy's girl. Maybe Daddy's girl again. Or sneak and lockpick. I guess thief might be a good choice as well. You know, we'll take entomologist just so that rad scorpions never really get out of hand for us. We just kind of want that. It'll help. Schematics for the railway rifle. Bottle cap mine. Quantum. And I don't think I don't have 75 in either skill. Unfortunate. Oh, there's a med pack. Okay. So, this place is full of ghouls. And, they can be a little overwhelming. So, let's go in here and see what we could do. I might just take drugs. Okay, there's 2 of them. Okay, there's also a glowing one. Gotta watch out for him.
God damn, aren't you?
There you are. Start hurting you. Damn, these guys are tanky. Mostly the glowing one. Thank you, Jericho. Oh, actually, do I want sugar bombs? I suppose they're rare, and there is an item you get for them, so we should collect them. Lucky? No. Damn. And then there it is. Fist O! Exclamation point. I love fisting. Huh? Yeah, it's a weapon. It's a weapon in this game. We just picked up Fisto. Remember. Involved. Wow. So, I don't think we're going to use Fisto, but nice to have it. Okay, so now we're going to go over to this building here. And we're going to leave Jericho inside. We're going to have him wait. There shouldn't be any enemies that spawn in here. He should be safe. This is just for us to go kill Arkansas.
Yeah, kid. What do you need?
Wait here.
Don't piss around. I don't want to be standing here with my thumb up my ass all day.
Perfect. And it's nighttime too, even better. Now, as you approach the water tower, I think these are where the mines start. Probably just down the hill a little bit more. There's usually a random encounter right here. Whoa, oh, the drugs. Oh, here's a random encounter. Damn, this guy had a lot of drugs. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna crouch. We see we're in caution. We're gonna save our game right here. Because this might take a couple attempts, you never know. And as we get closer, same thing. We'll save again. So, I should have one stealth boy. And we have our Mesmetron. There he is. Okay, let's save again. Let's get our gun ready. I'm pretty sure he always sees us right here. Okay, actually, let's save again. Let's save again. I thought he'd see us, but no, we're good. Okay, now, there is a minor side effect when you use the Mesmetron. There's a random chance their head might explode. Okay? So you just have to be a little bit careful. There we go. Oh, see, and it's glitchy. It's glitchy. It doesn't always want to work. So I think I want to get closer to him.
Am I drunk? I think I'm drunk. Do I seem drunk to you?
Um, here, put this collar on.
Oh, all right. This thing's heavy. My pockets.
And I'll take your ammo and your sniper rifle. Thank you. Yeah, you're a slave now.
A slave?
Dumbass. Oh, does he die on the landmines? I sure hope not. Okay, no, they're friendly to him. Thankfully. And we still have this quest to do. So we can't rest just yet. And reach the playground. Nice. Alright, let's go back for Jericho and let's go turn in our we got him. Our bounty? Is it a bounty, I guess?
What the fuck, man? I've been standing here forever. Right on. I'm ready for more action. Yeah, let's get to the action.
Into Paradise Falls.
Thanks to you, we finally have that sniper Arkansas in a collar. You have no idea how many good men that prick put into the dirt. I'm tempted not to sell him, just so we can torment him. Use him for target practice or something. Here's another collar. Keep those hoochies rolling in and you'll be rich in no time.
Wow. There we go. $250. Nice. Oh, we can do the Android quest. Even more. Here's $100.
Trail led to Rivet City. Sisters are inside man. I think he's long given up looking for that android and is just living it up on that boat.
Oh. Oh, okay, makes sense.
Sure thing.
Okay, nice. Alright, so we got our first target. We can also do red in Big Town. Is it red? It is red. Red is not in Big Town, if I remember right. She's in Jonestown. Which is here-ish? Somewhere around here? I guess we could go do that. Then some lady from Tenray Tower and then that guy. Okay, so let's try going here. From Hamilton's Hideaway, probably the best bet. Of course, we have the wonderful third-person camera, even in the console version. know how I feel about third-person games. Part of me is like, yes, they're very nice. Nice to see animations of your character, but I don't really feel like they're all that necessary. Oh, just a dog. Thank you, Mr. Jericho. I can always count on you to shoot something for me.
It's good to be out here again. Damn good.
Oh, no, 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 Jericho, Jericho, please. Oh, please don't tell me you're dead.
Yeah, what is it?
How did you survive that?
Shoot, give me whatever you got.
Okay, you need more stim packs. Okay, at least he healed a little bit. Holy Jesus. Yikes. What a close one. I knew that car was going to be trouble. I freaking knew it. We'll take that minigun. Oh, we have another person to enslave. I wonder, do I have to untie her first or no? I never really thought about it. Alright, Jericho. Alright, dude. Whatever. Okay, so I guess we learned a lesson. Do not try that when they're kneeling. Okay. Oh, and we discovered the cemetery. Can we fast travel now? Bits, hello? What's up? We're enslaving people. We're doing evil things. How much flamer do I have? Not much. Yeah, we're doing an evil playthrough. So we've already blown up a city. We destroyed Megaton. And then we immediately took a beeline straight for Paradise Falls. for the Mesmetron. And with the Mesmetron, we've already enslaved Arkansas. And then now we're on our way to Germantown to enslave Red. I mean, I don't know. I feel like most everyone goes for the good playthrough. You know what I mean? I feel like that's almost like a default playthrough is the good playthrough. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say like evil is fun. I mean, that's actually a good question in games. Is evil supposed to be funner than the good playthrough or not? I'm not sure. Right? It's kind of hard to tell.
I'm gonna fuck your shit up, kid.
You like being a goody two shoes? Well, it's not about what you like. It's about what's funner. So you think it's fun to be good? And I think of this normally, you feel horrible when you feel bad. When you do bad. I see. Because kind of this comes back to like Infamous, right? Infamous, another game with a terrible karma system. But like in Infamous, being good was like a chore. Like you had to like constantly be healing people. Every friendly fire, you just didn't use your grenades. Never use your grenades, because if you do, and you hit a civilian, you know, bad karma, right? And so like being good in that game felt frustrating until the very end, when headshots heal you, and that's a great power. But then if you're evil, you can just explode everything, and everything feels fun. You know, and you're like, oh, haha, civilians. What a shame, you know. Kind of weird. Kind of a little weird. I think I should use a shotgun here. Do I have a shotgun? I have a sawed-off. That'll do.
Two hits, kid. Two hits.
Got something for you.
You're the best you got.
I wonder if there's some research on people who do good or bad. Well, you know, I always thought of like the game Catherine. If you've ever played Catherine, it has like a survey on relationship questions, and in the game there's a survey, and as you answer the questions, it tells you the average results of other people who've answered the same questions. I think that's interesting. But I don't know if there's like actual like a study. Actually, interestingly enough, in Tarkov, right? Tarkov has 4 endings, and they're all a pain in the ass to get, right? Technically, the most evil ending is like ever so slightly a less pain in the ass to do than the other ones, but it's not by much. It's really not by much. They all suck. So, Nikita, one of the devs, has shown off the stats of people who have finished the game. And the majority of people, at least the largest group, I think about like, you know, if there's 4 endings, you would think that they would land across the board 25% on each one. But no, most of the people went for the good ending. Which is an interesting take, because it's, you know, you would think people would want to go for the bad ending as well, or but what's really the difference, right? But do it willingly and take pleasure from it. I mean, well, think of it this way. When you play Grand Theft Auto, right? And I feel like this mostly goes for like the older Grand Theft Autos. Like the newer ones kind of suck the fun out of it. But like when you do the old Grand Theft Autos, and you like find a hooker, and you solicit the hooker, and then afterwards you run her over and you take your money back. It's almost like levels of comic absurdity, and I think that's funny. I think it's funny because it's so silly. It's almost like if you were to make a movie and put that in the movie, people would be like, this is slapstick at this point. Like no one is that comically evil. You know? At least that's the way I see it.
Too much open space out here. I don't like it.
Oh, and speaking of Tarkov, Nikita has shown off his new game. Just a teaser for it, though, unfortunately. How about the people who grief in online games? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Like, grief... Like, no stakes grief? Like Dark Souls Invasion? Like, here's the thing. I guess it depends on the game. So, like, in Dark Souls, in an invasion, right? If you kill the host, technically the only thing the host is losing is... the souls they had on them and their progress from the last bonfire, right? And presumably that's not very much, right? Like I know it's frustrating to be like, oh my god, someone came in here and killed me, but at the same time it's like in terms of like consequence, there really isn't much, right? But compare that to like a cheater who drops a hacked item that makes it like brick your save. That's like very consequential and very mean-spirited. Is that funny too? I'm not sure. I don't believe so. A person builds a house in Minecraft, took days, and someone comes in and blows it up. I think it depends on how they blew it up. Like part of me is like that's acceptable because it's a game, and like part of the game is like building and destruction, but it really does depend because there's like tools to avoid that, right? If it really was that important, you just roll back, you know? I guess it's a question of like consequence. Like how impactful do you need it to be? Because like I like the PvP in Dark Souls, but I really prefer duels over invasions because it feels a little bit less mean-spirited. You know, but then even if I do invasions, I'm like, yeah, you know, sometimes I gotta go in there and lay down the law. You know? I gotta remind people, hey, this is Dark Souls, don't forget. You know, and I think Tarkov falls in that same category because it's mostly PvP. And when there's a wipe, or I should say wipe, when the new season starts, I might do some PvP Tarkov. And it's very interesting to play that game because usually you have players that rush all the big quests and they end up getting better armor than everyone else and they're a huge pain in the ass to kill. And they're like better and they just slaughter everyone. And you're like, okay. Part of the experience is also buying a cheap Mosin rifle and shooting him in the dick and killing him, you know, and taking all of his expensive gear. Like that's part of the game too, right? Is, you know, you have to be on both sides of the coins. You have expensive armor, you have really good stuff, and then you cream other players, and then you have your expensive armor, and then you get dunked on by a guy who's naked. It's different when PvP is part of the game, where creativity or exploration is the main focus. Right, but it's like for Minecraft, that's like griefing. Griefing is weird. Griefing is weird in Minecraft because like definitely it's not intended, right? But at the same time, any reasonable server will have like a system to counteract it. So it's like, you know, allowing it to happen is like almost your own fault. You know what I mean? Maybe that's cynical of me.
Gonna splatter your brains!
You know, like if you were playing like a drawing game, like Gartic Phone, and you play Gartic Phone and you like obviously misconstrue someone's prompt in like an embarrassing way, like isn't that part of the joke? I don't know, there's a very fine line there. And I'm not sure where it is. Pull out the flamethrower. Oh, there's a Chinese assault rifle right there. You wonder about the motive? I guess that makes sense. If there's nothing to gain for being an evil player, why choose it? Well, what if it was an alternate game mode? What if they were like, hey, part of the game is playing, you know, like campaign 1 you play good, campaign 2 you play evil, and you get different powers and different endings based on that. Would you want to play evil for that? Okay, here's something interesting, I suppose. This is not really interesting, but it's just kind of a neat little note here. Okay. If you notice, this guy who we just killed.
You choke on my bones.
What the fuck are you talking to?
Not your tiny bones, little man.
Why is he still talking? Wow, they're talking.
Who are you calling little?
Shut up now!
Oh, God. Kill me quickly, I beg you.
Yeah, the dead guy had voice lines and they were still playing. So if you notice, this super mutant we killed is unique. This is a unique super mutant. When you look at his character name, his NPC name, his name is super mutant, right? Regular super mutant. If you look at his body, he has the model of a superhuman brute, right? And this goes for like he's leveled to your character. So if you come in here at max level, he's actually a super mutant overlord, but he's still called super mutant. Just because he's unique. He's a unique character. And then there's this guy, Shorty. Hello, Shorty. Oh, Shorty. Damn, you got a really tough back of your head.
It's good to be out here again. Damn good.
And what do we have in here? Just a bunch of corpses. Nice. You know, I forgot how gory Fallout 3 is, because damn, that is a lot of gore. A good thing I started playing this when I was very young. Hail, hello? Hello? How'd your horror game go? Damn, that was a short stream, wasn't it? Oh, another fat man. Oh, you hurt your throat? Well, I'm sorry. We're just being evil. We're just being evil. We're about to enslave somebody. Hopefully it works. Oh, Hale, actually, this is the this is the capture. So this is what I was talking about the other day. This is a 480i recording of a PlayStation 3. Done through my so like I have the PlayStation 3 hooked up, and then I have the using, what is it, component video, right? So I have the Luma, and then the blue and red correction, right? All that left right audio, and then I have that feeding into a splitter, okay? And then that splitter, one half goes to my CRT in front of me, and then the other half goes to my my RetroTink. So I have a RetroTink, and then that goes HDMI to my capture card. Right, but that's how I'm recording this. I thought you'd find some joy in that. And as you could see here, Fallout 3, 4x3. Like it just works in 4x3. I've done a little bit of testing. Yes, yeah, I'm streaming the capture, because I mean it. If I'm gonna go through this trouble, like, I don't know how it looks on the screen. I have a little bit of post-processing on the capture, but like on the CRT, it looks wonderful. I got a good amount of green on the screen here in this hallway. I can make out the red of the fire extinguisher box just slightly. It's very well balanced for blacks. There's no like super dark corners here. On the capture, it's dark, but it's not bad. It's still readable. And I've been trying for like months to like tune in what is a good capture. And oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. I remember when I played Fatal Frame around Halloween. It's just, I look back at the VOD and I'm like, I can't believe I streamed this, because it was just black. You could not see anything on the screen. Well, since then I've updated I've updated my card. I've done other things, but it's definitely like at least the Pip-Boy here. The Pip-Boy looks wonderful, and I even compared it to some of my old footage when I played this game last on PC, and yeah, the aspect ratios of the UI is definitely like designed first for 4x3, because I mean PCs were still like 4:3 up until like, I want to say like 2010, 2012-ish. That's kind of when the 16:9 monitors became a little bit more popular than the 4x3 monitors. You know, like same resolutions, you know, like it was like what, 1600 by 1200, but now it's like what, 1080 by 1920 or something like that, you know, whatever it is now. Make sure we save here so we don't blow up her head. But yeah, well, welcome in. Like I did testing with Dead Space, and definitely like Dead Space, only 16:9. If I play it on a 4x3 screen like this, it's letterboxed. And then also, unfortunately, this CRT, even though this CRT that I have it's an RCA, it's relatively modern. I think it's like 01, 02. It only accepts NTSC signal. Like it only accepts 480 interlaced. So even though technically with this setup I could run like up to 1080 interlaced technically on an analog signal, the TV I have unfortunately doesn't support that. The CRT looks good. the PS1 looks yellow. No, you can fix that. So make sure you're on the latest firmware, or you update the card. Um, and it's kind of funny, but you can tune it. A little weird. It gets weird sometimes, but um, mostly I have problems with like. I feel like the aliasing. I mean, I guess that's the problem with digital, right? Like on my TV, you could see the bars of the jail cell. On the CRT, they look fine. They look perfectly fine. Like if I focus, I'm like, yeah, I could see the lines, the aliasing lines. But on the digital capture, I'm like, ah, oh man, that's tough. And then there's options to like, you know, like put in fake scan lines and stuff. But no, the only ones I really do are like gamma, just boosting up the brightness, and then color. I noticed that the capture doesn't have the color of the CRT. Um, so I usually just boost the saturation just a hair, just a little bit. And yeah, I wish there was a way to capture the screen distortion. Although I know it's a CRT thing. There's no way to replicate it. I'm talking about like whenever there's a bright thing on screen, the magnetic field of the white is strong enough to like slightly distort the rest of the screen. But like if you go from a dark screen to a black screen with the same details, the white screen is like almost zoomed in almost. I've been trying to find a way to replicate that, and I've just never. That just doesn't seem to be a thing.
How'd you get in here?
How'd you get in here? All right.
Oh.
Zoink.
Who are you again?
Here, put this collar on.
Oh. What is it? It's heavy. Oh, what friends are you talking about? Do I know them? Okay. Here.
You're gonna have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, no, I hope it works out, because like you definitely have the better setup. You have the means to capture everything, because you even have the SCART, which includes like the timings and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's record it. Record everything. Do it for posterity's sake. I think if we take her bandana, I think her bandana is unique. Take that.
Oh. You dirty coward.
Rude. What a rude lady. Mod your TV. So this RCA is a flat panel RCA. It has the S-video input. It has the component and composite input. I don't want to mod this one. But I do have another CRT that is older. It's a Sanyo, I believe. And I was looking at the website you posted of the guy who made the mod chip, and I'll have to double check the model to see if he's got documentation. But it would be a project I'm willing to do. Yeah, definitely your latest project has been confidence inspiring. I'm just kind of worried about the fit and finish of it. Because I don't want to start working on it and then like do everything internally correct and then kind of like mess up the end. But then again, I don't have anything that's SCART. Right? Like
I've been wanting
it's
to get
almost like
Red in here for a long
problem.
time. I have a little something special.
It's almost like a
planned for Red.
solution in search of a
Take another
problem.
color and keep
I don't
these
have any
puppies
SCART
coming.
consoles. Right? I don't believe so. So like, I don't know, like what's the, yeah, like I feel like what's even the point? And then recently I bought this this JVC analog audio video switcher, and it's like a monitoring device. So I got like 7 inputs and 4 outputs. And if I put in like composite, if I put in composite video, this thing actually has a luma chroma separator, so it can put in composite, and I could get out a really high quality S video signal, so I don't have the stupid dot crawl. So like I already have enough equipment where it's like I don't really have the problem of like needing SCART, and I'm like like I'd like to mod it too, but then it's like I know that'd just be like a frivolous project. I don't know, it's tough. It's tough.
Sure thing.
Okay, so we have gotten Red. Red has been enslaved. I guess I'll do the Tenpenny Tower one. Susan Lancaster. Is she a merchant? I don't. Maybe I need a stealth boy for that one. We'll leave that one be. Do I need ammo? Yeah, we'll probably go get ammunition. The point is just for fun. Yeah, so you kind of like were already doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I also have a so like I gotta say the Retro Tink. The Retro Tink has definitely been the best solution I found so far, because it does audio and video together, and it's really good. The worst, I used to have the worst setup ever. I still have it, an open source scan converter, and that's like built around like a Raspberry Pi or something, and it was so janky. I'd have to hook in the video to that and then mess around in like menus that you don't really understand to get an HDMI output that I could record. But then it didn't do audio. It said it could do audio, but it didn't play nice with audio. The audio was always terribly desynced. And at the time I was like kind of learning how to play guitar, and so I was like, "Oh, I guess this is the perfect excuse to buy an audio interface." So I bought a Scarlett 4i4, and then I would record the video using the scan converter, and then I'd use like RCA to 1 1/4 inch adapters into the audio interface and through my mixer. Oh my god. I'm surprised it worked. It worked, but it was terrible. It was really bad.
This better be important. I guess we could do a little trading. Here's what I got.
You never heard of the OCCS? You're glad you didn't go with it? Yeah. I mean, like technically it's really customizable, but I feel like you almost have to be like a Linux person, you know, to get full use out of it. It was just so intimidating. I didn't really ever feel confident using it. I still don't. And it was such an expense that I couldn't justify getting rid of it.
Thanks.
You know, so I ended up having this point where it's like, all right, I have it sitting in a box with all my other retro stuff and recording stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, it's really weird. But at the same time, I think I used it for testing my during the stream when I was showing off my like copyright defeating tools. I have the thing that strips out Magnavision from VHS tapes, and I used my scan converter for that, because it would let me see the like the blanking space. It would show you the blanking space too, so that was kind of nice of it. Okay, not in there.
Welcome to Tenpenny Tower. Good to see you.
All right. She's the I forgot about her character. She's the slut. She sleeps in a different person's bed every night. Like programmed by day of the week. She sleeps in different people's beds. Ah, she's gonna be a pain in the ass to enslave then. Never mind. Okay, let's drop off our stuff, including our unique fisto. Drop that off. Minigun, not gonna need that. Red's bandana, we'll keep that. And then the fat man, am I gonna go somewhere stupid? Probably not. So we'll put away the fat man. That'll clear up a lot of space. And then quantums, we got 7 quantums.
Madam, may I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible?
And we did get the charisma bobblehead. Nice. You know, actually, I think I'm at a good stopping point. I have been up since 3 in the morning, and starting to hit me. So, this was good. This was about like 2 hours. 2 hours. Did a little yapping too. Let's go back to the PlayStation home screen. Okay. Do we have anyone online? Damn, someone is fucking... What are they doing out there? Okay, you know what? We'll just end it here. Thank you for joining me. Kind of a weird... Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? The PlayStation 3, just last week, had a system update. I have no idea why. I have no idea why Sony is updating a console that came out in 2006, 20 years ago. But somehow they're still updating the PS3, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so thanks for joining me. Have a good evening. Happy Monday. Happy Friday for me. And I'll see you later. I'll see you when I see you. All right, see you later.